So the first topic I'm going to talk about is that James Gunn's Superman movie has wrap filming. This is exciting news for me personally. I'm a big Superman fan. I'm really excited to see what James Gunn does with the character, and just the way he's talked about the character, how passionate it is. And also, I really get excited when it comes to news when a film's wrapped. When it's a film that I'm really excited about. Like I'm always excited when you hear a film starts filming because it means the movie's actually being made. And when you hear it's done wrapping, that's the other exciting part because it means the movie's gonna come out. So I can't wait to see like the first footage for this movie. And to me, I think James Gunn is just the perfect fit for this character. And I think I think he's really gonna bring something special, and unique to the Superman character that we haven't seen before. So really exciting news to hear that this film's done wrapping, and that means the Superman movie is gonna come out. The next topic I want to talk about is 28 years later it's done wrapping. This is another movie I'm excited about. I think it's scheduled for 2025. I don't remember the date, but it's scheduled for next year. And I'm really excited for this movie because the original 28 Days Later I love. It's one of the best zombie movies. Like if you haven't seen 28 Days Later, the original, go check that out. To me, it's one of the best zombie movies. I never saw the standalone, did like a standalone sequel or spinoff, which I believe was called 28 Weeks Later. I will definitely watch that before the new one comes out. Like I heard it's like all new characters and it doesn't really connect to the original all that much. And it came out like in 2007, but I definitely want to watch that. But it's just great to hear that this movie has done wrap in 28 years later, this sequel, because like I said, if you haven't seen 28 Days Later, go check it out. It's one of the best zombie movies. I'm really excited to see a movie set in this world again. And I think, from what I believe, the main actor who played a Scarecrow in Christopher Nolan's Batman movies, I think he's coming back, from what I heard, for this new one. So I'm really excited to see like where the story goes with this new one, and I'm hoping this is like a great zombie movie like the original. The next topic I want to talk about is that the director who was gonna direct GI Joe and the Transformers crossover movie has reportedly exit the movie. That he's not going to be directing anymore. And apparently, from what the article is saying, it has to do with the fact that he had a clash with the producer of the franchise who made some wasteful comments. I'm not going to talk about that part of it because again, this is what's being reported. But I'm just going to talk about the part of the fact that they lost this director. I was actually interested to see this director direct this movie because even though I'm not really all that excited for a Transformers GI Joe crossover movie personally, I think he was a solid choice. Like he directed 3 movies. He hasn't directed too many movies, but overall, I thought he was a solid director based on the 3 movies he did. Like he directed Creed 2, which I thought was a good solid sequel. Like for me, it's the weakest of the Creed movies, but I still think it's a good solid movie. And he directed Transformers: Rise of the Beast, which I thought was an enjoyable movie. Like I would put that up with the first Michael Bay Transformers movie. It's one of the movies that's enjoyable. It's not great, but it's better than the Transformers sequels. And to me, it's equal with the first Michael Bay movie. So it does. So it does suck to lose this director. I mean, like I'm not like really broken up about losing this director too much because, like I said, I didn't love any of his movies, but I thought he was a solid choice. So and when it comes to this movie, I'm not really hyped up for this crossover movie. It could end up being really fun. It could end up being great. I always say this just because the idea of a movie doesn't interest me when it comes to this specific crossover. That doesn't mean that they can't, somebody can't come along and execute in a way that's really fun and exciting. So, I maybe this crossover movie would be really good and to find a new director that gets me really hyped up for this crossover movie. But I do think it sucks a little bit to lose this director because I do think he was a solid choice. The next topic I want to talk about is Deadpool Wolverine has crossed 600, and I believe like I've seen the article saying it's gonna most likely cross 700 by tonight, and then it's gonna probably cross into the billion next week, which is just so great to see Deadpool Wolverine. It just keeps chucking along. Like this movie is just making tons of money, and just the fact the box office, like you've had some really good hits with the box office lately for a good one right now. And Deadpool Wolverine, like I talked about in my, if you want to go check out my spoiler review, if you if you don't want, like, go check it out if you've seen the movie though. Like, don't, my review, I do give away the cameos and all that, so definitely like watch the movie because the movie deserves to be seen in theaters before you watch my review. But like this movie is definitely easy gonna make a billion this week. Like to me, this is one of those movies that I can definitely see and why people are going back to the theaters again and again. This is one of those movies that's a lot of fun, and this movie's just like it's easily gonna make a billion this week, and it deserves the money it's making. So great to see Deadpool Wolverine just that it just continues to make money. The last topic I'm going to talk about is the Blade MCU reboot is still like they moved around some of those dates. Like I think they took off a movie that was going to come out in 2026 MCU movie. I forgot what the other news about some of the other dates are, but I thought the interesting part of this news was that Blade is still coming out in 2025. They didn't move the date for that movie. I thought this was just interesting because this movie doesn't have a I don't like it doesn't have a writer or directors, but it do like multiple writers and directors. And I'm surprised that the Blade movie didn't get moved because I'm really like I don't think they're gonna make that date. I mean, it's not impossible, but the fact the movie doesn't have a writer or director, like I would have thought Blade would be, and it's still good. Like I could see them still like announcement. I still think an announcement is coming when they're going to delay that movie until like 2026 because I just find it really hard to believe like it's going to be coming out in 2025 still. But it's just I just thought that was interesting that Blade movie is still set for next year. So that's all the movie topics today. Until next time, movie fans.